Okay, I think we're recording. All right, guys, welcome to our team call tonight. This is a special team call that is going to have a focus on the ultimate portion fix. If you have not heard of it yet, I would advise you to check out Autumn Calabrese's national wake-up call that she just did on March 4th, Monday, and that will tell you a bit about it, but I'm sure that none of us have been living under that big of a rock. Okay, so we're going to dive into that in just a minute, but I just wanted to kind of spotlight a few things real quick. Sorry if there's a glare with my glasses. They're blue blocking and they help me with my head. Okay, a couple things though that I have been hearing a lot of people, talk about and really talk about, and instead of talking about things that are going right, I'm hearing all the things that are going wrong. And one of the things is, this person said no, or this person ghosted me, or, this person's not responding. And so what I want to say to that is, sorry, so I heard a baby. I got nervous. What I want to say to that is you guys are not alone, okay? You are not alone. Just this week, I have had two of my former clients. We got all the way to the end. I re-engaged with them. I re-invited them to something else, got all the way to the end, sent them their links, and nothing. So you are not alone. I understand the frustration, but here is what I want you to just start telling yourself when that stuff happens. One, do not count your chickens before they hatch, okay? Do not count on anyone to move your business forward except for yourself. You cannot put that on anyone, okay? So if you want your business to move forward, you need to be making the strides to move forward, and you cannot just count that you sent out two share a cart links, the 2nd of March, and I'm already SC4 and I am in good shape for March. No, because now I'm sitting here March 7th, SC0, and I shouldn't just count on them. I count on them when their order goes through. And that is when I know that they've made the commitment. Other than that, I continue to invite people. I continue to share my story, and I do it unapologetically, and I do it even when the people send me messages. Like someone sent me a message today saying, hey, I have to unfollow you because of XYZ. Okay, sorry, but this is me, this is who I am, and there's a podcast out there and it says, love it or leave it, we don't care. And I am just at that point. So I know sometimes as newer coaches or as coaches who you feel maybe you aren't able to say you're a coach like me or whatever, you feel like you aren't qualified to be able to say those things and have that belief in yourself, but you 110% are. I just got out of Bryce's room talking to him about, he was talking about how something is scaring him lately. He's got this whole, I don't want to be here by myself in this room by myself, not even the dark, in the daytime. And I literally stopped him and I told him, Bryce, you are saying, I'm scared. This is scary. You're putting all of those thoughts inside of yourself. And I told him, let's change it, buddy. Let's say, I am not scared. I am a big boy. I am in my house with just my mommy and my daddy. I am safe. I love my house. I had to retrain his, I'm trying to retrain him to look at the positive side, because then if he thinks, and he literally kept saying in his bed, I'm a brave boy. I'm a strong boy. There's no one in my house. He kept saying that. And if he just keeps saying that, then he's going to believe it. So believe in yourself and be unapologetically you. And if it's a struggle for you to feel like you can't help people, then I'm going to maybe challenge you to think maybe you're finding you're not helping people because you're not being who you truly are, and you're trying to help everyone instead of the three or four or five people that actually jive with you, if that makes sense. So I just wanted to kind of, give you guys an idea that I struggle too. We're all there. A couple things that I wanted to just touch on besides that really quickly is if you are someone who is struggling with what to share. I've also heard people say, I don't know what to post, or I'm not sure what to talk about today. I find this challenge really easy, or really helpful. Not easy. I've shared it with a couple of you before, and it's just taking 2 sheets of paper, writing coach on one, challenger on the other, and just filling up the paper with all the things that surrounded you about hesitations about being a challenger, or why it wouldn't work for you, or what you thought about it. Same thing as coach, all of the same things. And when you struggle with something to post, then look at those lists and be like, oh, well, I didn't think that the 21 Day Fix was for me because I was a registered nurse. Like, I know about health and I know how to be healthy. And I didn't need that. I didn't need someone telling me how to do it. But yet I wasn't reaching any of my goals and I didn't feel good, et cetera, et cetera. I think you guys get that analogy. Okay. And then feel, felt, found. Wait, let me go back real quick. The other thing is too, not all your posts have to be these like extravagant stories. But I find the most driven and encouraging that I feel, it's probably not the right word, is right after my workout. So if you do your workout and then you're like, I feel good, I'm pumped, I got the good vibes going, like that's when you should write your post. And it doesn't necessarily have to be your sweaty selfie on your step every day. Like, make it a different picture. Okay? Give people something interesting to see on your page. If they just see you and your step every day, then they're not going to be excited to come back and see what they missed yesterday. But maybe your workout pumped you up. It got your thoughts going. Exactly. Like Shaun T gives you all the nuggets. So those are things that I pull from. And maybe it's just a little thing. Like, one day I shared a little blurb and it was like, conquered my mind, or transforming my body and my life by conquering my mind. And then it was like ... booty by Shaun T. Like that was it. And, it doesn't always have to be something huge. Okay. So next thing is feel, felt, found. If you're not familiar with that, it is a way that you can go back to people. Sorry. Now my blue blockers are like driving me nuts. It's a way that you can go back to people who give you objections or that you're having conversations with. And it's a really genuine way of countering them when they give you an objection. So I'm going to give you an example, the one we get all the time. I want to be in your boot camp. I want to do what you're doing. Tell me all the things, yada, yada, yada. Okay, great. Here's what you're going to get. Here's it all listed out. Send me your email and your Shaco flavor. Oh, well, that's too much money. I'm not ready for that. I can't do that right now. We just, we just had to pay taxes or something. Okay. Hey girl, I totally understand how you feel. I felt the exact same way before I got started on this journey because we were a 1-income family and I was staying home and I gave up my nursing salary to stay home. But I found that I couldn't get to the gym consistently as much as I wanted. And even when I did, I had to put my little guy in the daycare, and he hated it. And so I found that actually just using BOD was cheaper than that whole membership, even if I did go 3 to 4 times a week. Or if they're like, and so I formulate it that way. Same thing if somebody's like, oh, I want to do the workouts, but I don't want to do Shakeology. I don't do shakes. I don't do textures, that sort of thing. Totally understand how you feel. I felt the same exact way. I always, you have to find your thing. I'm just giving you an example of how I speak, but I felt the same exact way. I was, a nurse. I should know how to eat. I should know how to do all the things. And I didn't need a shake for me to be healthy. But I took medicine every day for migraines. I had them for 8 years. I would go to the hospital like numerous times a year for them. And eating healthy just wasn't enough. So I incorporated this. I gave it 30 days, and I had every intention of sending it back and getting my money back guarantee. And I found it worked. So feel, felt, found. If you can be genuine with it, it works. Okay. Another thing that I want to share with you guys is that there is a new, for those of you who have subscription orders like to Shakeology, Beachbody On Demand, and all those things, and you know that you would get like your emails monthly about like your members who their expiration date was coming up. In the Beachbody Champions page today, Kevin Shaw put together a training on a new update to the back office where if you go to my business, my customers, then it should come up and list on the side this whole fancy like graphic sort of thing telling you all sorts of things. I didn't get time to, he literally posted it a few hours ago and I haven't been able to dive into it, but that will be so helpful in reaching out to people where, getting people re-engaged. Okay. So let's dive in to the ultimate portion fix. Oh, cool. Somebody saw it. Good. Let's dive into the ultimate portion fix. Like I said, I think we're all understanding of what it is. And the one thing that I'm coming across right now with coaches, because right now it's only available to coaches until the 17th, and then the 18th it opens up to any and all customers. So yes, you can have someone sign up as a coach right now with it. So like a new coach can sign up. Sorry. I'm a squirrel and the chat gets me every time. Okay. So coaches, I've been hearing from some people, well, I'm not sure if I'm going to do it, and I'm not sure if I want to do it, and it just always seems like there's another thing. Well, here's the tough love on this, okay? Couple points. If this is your business, and if you're treating it like a business where you are counting on the income, or you want to grow or whatever, and you want to hit Success Club every month, and you want to have opportunities to go on the Success Club trips and summit and things like that, then you're going to look at our new programs and products as just more tools in your toolbox that you can offer people. Because how hard would it be if all we did was have the 21-day fix and the portion containers, and that was it? Like, how hard would our jobs be? Like, kind of really hard. Like, if that's all we had in our arsenal to help people with. And I mean, it's an amazing program. Obviously, most of us on here have gotten results from it and live that sort of lifestyle now ongoing, but we would just kind of be at a standstill. And so adding more tools to your toolbox that are, healthy tools and sustainable tools and things that actually are not just quick fixes and something to throw out there for people to just, buy the next, I don't know, whatever, something, actually helps us. So my challenge for you as a coach and, is to look at it that way. Like, maybe it's not for you, but maybe there is someone that is in your circle that, you know, it is for. So I'm finding this too with our 2B mindset people. You know, they're like, well, I don't know how I can talk about Ultimate Portion Fix when I'm a 2B mindset girl. And I get that. I do. But again, it's another tool in your toolbox. And unless you are just going to straight help people with 2B mindset, then you can't, I mean, you're not going to grow. This isn't about you and what works for you all the time. It's about, you know, trialing things and putting it out there to help other people. So I just challenge you to look at it that way. And the other thing that I was going to say about it was that, seriously, chat. The other thing I was going to say about it was that if you have been someone who has used the containers for quite a while and you know they work for you and you know that it's, you know, definitely a sustainable way of living, then get certified. These packs for the coaches and stuff with certifications are like, the certification alone is $99. Certifications with a pack, so with your base pack or with, you know, your base pack and Shakeology, is $39 or $59. So you're getting it at a discount. It's a steal. And then you can go through it with your coach and with their group or whoever, and, you know, have all that knowledge. So I've dived into a lot of the certification already, and here's what I want to like kind of highlight, like why get certified in it. Certification, you're getting the home program just for yourself to use personally. You're getting a whole nother side to it where there's videos that match up with the home program to the certification. And every certification video is Autumn basically being the coach, coaching people. So you're learning a module and you're learning how to coach someone through that module. She's giving you, you know, what questions they're going to ask, what they're going to be feeling. So for instance, there's one on sugar addiction, and she's going to say in the certification one, this is when your people are going to start feeling withdrawal symptoms from sugar. If they live a healthy, processed, you know, high sugar lifestyle, this is where you need to prepare them for that and how they're going to feel and know that it's normal. And she helps you with that. So that's just an example. She gives you social media insights, strategies for the different social media platforms on how to promote this, how to share it. She gives you a day-by-day guide of what to use in your challenge group. And I just have a feeling it's going to be way better than just those challenge group guides in our back office, because it's coming from Autumn. And the challenge group guides in our back office like come from corporate. So, and I'm not doubting at all that she's not giving her best stuff. So she's also showing you how to prospect, enroll people, and have retention, because obviously that's huge. Okay. It's a very expansive program. It's probably the biggest program like ever to launch for Beachbody, because there is so much to it. There's like 6 modules for the home program, and there's like, I want to say 3 to 6 videos in each module, but it is amazing knowledge, amazing stuff. And that being said, do not let that stop you from starting. Because if you sit there and say, shoot, like there's 6 modules, 6 videos each, 36 videos that I got to watch and do and go through, I'm going to start a group in July, or maybe talk to people about it then. You're going to be behind the boat, and your business is not going to move. And people are going to be like, wait, like she's not doing what I see all these other coaches doing, but she's a coach. Like, I don't get it. And then they're going to go work with somebody else. So don't let that stop you. Also know that with the certification comes the option to be a master series coach, which means that you are getting monthly content from Autumn separately. This will be like through the Beachbody Live page where I do like my quarter force stuff, where I get my new quarter force workouts every month. This is like that, but for the Ultimate Portion Fix. So you're going to get early access to all the new recipes. There's going to be tons of Q&As with Autumn for things that come up along the way, business building tactics, and I think it's like $19 a month. And for me, that just makes sense, because for $19 a month to have all that content that I can just use to my people and in my groups, then I don't have to create content. That's a win. Okay, so since we're talking about coaching side of it, let me keep it there real quick. Let me just tell you guys that so a lot of your people are going to probably say, I'm just going to get the UPF base kit, which is the program and all of its gadgets without any supplements. Well, to get Shakeology with that and a shaker cup is only $51 more. So you're going to want to do your best to try to introduce them to Shakeology for $51, especially if there's someone who has given you pushback before on Shakeology. And if you can't share the value of Shakeology for $51, then let's chat. But that's a steal. The other thing to know is that right now, the packages, there is not a package that's the UPF kit and performance line. So they're working on that. It's in progression to get out there. But for right now, and possibly, when it goes live for regular customers, this is what you need to know. You hook them up with the UPF base kit, and then in their checkout is going to come up a special offer to add on the performance stack. And as long as they choose HD, you're going to get 1 Success Club point. If they don't choose that and they choose the one-time option, there will be no Success Club points, and I can't help you with that. I'm really sorry. We just shouldn't even go there. That's not fair or anything. It just is what it is. But just know that that's how you get the UPF right now with the performance line. But they will be transitioning over. They can do a new coach sign up with the performance pack, and that's still 1 Success Club point. So sign up as a coach, UPF base, and the performance stack, and that's 1 point. Like I said, they're putting together the UPF performance pack for 2 Success Club points, and it will roll out. So here's something else that I found super interesting to know from a couple calls this week, and some of you might be in this boat. If you have had any customers sign up with a challenge pack from February to March 17th, so any challenge pack other than a UPF challenge pack, because the customer can't get it until March 18th, and they want to get UPF, obviously after it comes out on the 18th, they can get the UPF base kit at the same savings as if they had got it in a bundle challenge pack and free shipping. They just have to call customer relations, because they have to verify the order, make sure it goes into the system with the savings and the free shipping. So I thought that was super interesting, because now we can go back to all of our customers from February up until then and be like, hey, I know you just got that and UPF just came out, but we can add it on for the same cost that it would have been if you had gotten this package instead. I hope that makes sense. Same thing if someone signed up as a coach from February, but this one is to March 3rd. So if you had, okay, I'll go back. Okay, so if anybody that signed up with you as a customer with a challenge pack from February and all the way through March 17th. So say, whoever you sold challenge packs to in February, and then say you sold a challenge pack tomorrow, an annual bod, just straight up annual bod Shakeology challenge pack for $160 tomorrow to a new customer. March 18th, you can offer them to get UPF base kit, and it won't be the UPF base kit price that you see on our graphics. They will get it at the cost that it would have been in their bundle if they didn't get a challenge pack from February to mid-March and waited until March 18th and got a challenge pack. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay. They just have to call customer.
It does. What is that price again?
I would need to look up the actual price. So whatever the UPF base kit is, they would get it. Okay. So go one step up. So the UPF base kit, the next one, say, is Shakeology and UPF. So whatever it costs in that bundle, they're going to get the whole UPF base kit just for what it cost in that bundle, minus the Shako. So I'm not sure what that actual cost is. But then they're also
$79.
Oh, okay. There you go.
I think that's, I don't have my paper in front of me because I'm at the grocery store. But
Okay.
that's what's in my head.
Okay. So they would get it at that. Whereas I think if they just got UPF base, like after March 18th, it's like 109. And then, so all right, we'll figure that out. I'll ask somebody.
Okay, and they have to chat like before they order or after they order, or
they just no, they need to go and call. They need to call, not chat. They need to call, and they need to place the order over the phone.
Okay.
Yeah, because the customer relations person is going to have to verify the previous challenge pack order that it was in the right dates, and then also set it up so they get the free shipping.
Okay.
All right. So cost. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, no problem. Okay, and then same thing for if you had any coaches sign up from February until March 3rd with a challenge pack, they can do the same sort of thing. They can do the same sort of thing. They just have to call Coach Relations. And Jen, you were right, $79. I do have it here in my notes. Yes. So $79 with the savings and free shipping. They just have to call. Okay. Thank you. What else was I going to say? The UPF is under the nutrition tab in BOD. If they're a customer, their BOD nutrition tab is going to look different than our coach BOD nutrition tab, because as a coach, we'll have the certification tab under there too. So if they're a coach and they get UPF but they don't get the certification, they'll see that and they could unlock it. So just so you know, the customer's BOD won't have the certification options there. They must be a coach. And then, let's see. Okay, and then briefly, I just kind of wanted to touch on, home program side of it, where I think we all agree as coaches, getting certified is obviously, a huge plus for our business. But maybe you're a coach and you're like, I don't really have too much of a business right now, or that's not really what I'm doing. I just want to do the home program. So, or, maybe you're like, I don't even know if I want to do the home program. So here's my theory behind why we should all still be doing the home program and going through it. Is we've already touched on one that, while it may not be for us, it could be for somebody else. But like I said, if we're not at that point in our business yet, I think that there is so much foundational goodness in this that every single person needs this knowledge behind why the containers, behind why the science is there, behind why, why she has the certain portions that she does, and that whole sort of thing. Why sugar and food addiction is a real issue, why meal planning is so stressful for some people and other people can just do it on a whim. Like all of this stuff is there. So a lot of your people, and I've already got it in my challenge group, people are like, well, I already got the containers. I'm not doing UPF. Like, I'm not doing that. And like, fine. Some people aren't, but your job as a coach is going to be to educate them on why the home program is so important of UPF and why it's different from just the containers that they got when they ordered BOD or with 80-day obsession, a year ago, or with Core de Force 2 years ago, or 4 years ago, whatever. And it's the knowledge behind it all. So Autumn pointed this out very clearly, but this is basically what you could say to someone, and I have said it. So yes, when we got containers and our little booklet with the 21-day fix about the food list and how many containers for a calorie bracket and 2 days of a sample meal plan, that was great. While that was great and helpful, there have been so many modifications to it, macronutrient wise. There have been so many questions along the way that are now answered with the science and knowledge behind it. So they're going to have that proper information to know. They're going to, rather than just say, you can have greens from this list and you need to have 3 greens a day and somehow fit them into your day's intake. That was it. That's all they got before. That's it. There is so much. This is like a nutrition workshop that if you were going to go take with a registered dietitian, or go take a nutrition class at your local college or something. So that is why I think everybody should try the UPF, and you should definitely be objecting there. Well, I've already got the containers and I'm not going to, I don't need the UPF. I understand how they work. The other side to that is, yes, we do have people like in our challenge groups who have been there for 3-4 years, and they do have a really great handle on them. I'm not going to lie, but that's when you can be like, I totally get that you know how to use the containers, but this is also talking more about how to use them for your family and not just for weight loss. And it's for, postpartum and pregnant moms and how to fuel their bodies right. And there's a whole portion about the lunches for kids and, that sort of thing. So there's a lot more to it than just use these containers and lose some weight. And then lastly, I know we've had questions about this. The other pro to people getting the UPF is that they're going to be granted access to the live filming workouts of the 21-day fix and 21-day fix extreme, which start on April 1st. So if you, those are different too. Kyla spoke on them for us before when she came back from leadership. Those are going to be very different. She's doing a whole mix of things. You need to watch the National Wake Up Call. I'm not going to get all into it, but if someone just orders a UPF base kit, and let's just take the worst case scenario. Okay, they're a new customer. They don't want BOD, because I've had someone tell me they did. I've had someone not do Transform 20 with me in December because they couldn't get it by itself. They didn't want BOD. And I was like, well, that's just a shame. But you can get UPF and not have BOD, and you can get the access to the live streaming of the workouts if you buy the UPF by April 1st. And it'll be under the nutrition tab still. There will be a spot for the workouts. Let me see. And where was I going with that? Same thing if someone does if someone has BOD, and no, I think that was the only thing. And I think one of you guys asked me about that. They were like, somebody was like, they don't have BOD and they want to know if they can get the workouts. So yes, they can. Okay. All right. So that's the information that I felt like you guys needed to know. It's what I've been learning this week. I really wanted to have you guys kind of toss some ideas around of what to do with it to promote your business. But if you already signed up for the certification, you will have seen that Autumn is already giving you those tools on how to promote it, how to talk about it. The other thing I want to suggest is you going back and talking about your original journey, like when you very first began, because I think almost all of us began with the 21-day fix. And, when you see memories come up in your Facebook or on Instagram or whatever, in your Time Hop or whatever, like they're going to start to be memories of you taking those initial steps. So reuse content and talk about how you're still where you are today using that same system. Okay. So as far as like ideas and things like that, I'll be running a group separate, I believe, I'll be running a group separate for it. So if you're one of my personally sponsored coaches and you get the home program, and you're also doing the certification, we're going to do that group together. I feel like banding together as a team on this would be super helpful and better for our customers. So basically, we're going to start March 18th. And you're like, well, it just comes out March 18th. Right. But you should be talking to people now about the coaching with it. And then March 18th, you should be talking to people now about ordering on March 18th. You should be talking to people now, getting the ideas out there, recruiting for your group. That way on March 18th, you can just start sending share a cart links. And it's easy as that. And then they can immediately start to access the information online. So March 18th, there will be a group started. And in this group, we'll be following the format that Autumn gives us, because I ain't about creating extra work or reinventing the wheel. I mean, she's doing it for us. So, yeah, all that. So if you're one of my PS and you're already doing it with your team, I understand that. But if you're one of my PS and you don't really have a team yet, then we'll do it together. But you need to start now. The other thing that and I don't really tend to speak on this too much, but if you are not Emerald and you, if you're not Emerald or if you're a shaky Emerald, here's what I'm going to tell you too. The thing about launches are that they are not only beneficial for your business personally with commissions and that sort of thing, but if you are Emerald, you are going to benefit from everybody else on this team's volume that they do, and you are going to cycle. So just for instance, like when UPF for Coaches launched on Monday, anybody who was Emerald and above this week saw some sort of cycle. Because, and I'm not going to lie, like some of the girls that I saw their cycles, my personally sponsored, was like amazing. And it's because we've had all this volume from the team signing up for the new programs and products. And that helps your income, guys. So if you're not Emerald, you should probably strive to be. And if you are Emerald, strive to go Emerald again, because that's just going to help you even more. Get closer to Ruby and Diamond and that sort of thing. But I feel like with all of these new programs and products and tools and all these launches, like there's really no reason for you to not benefit off of kind of like free volume, if that makes sense. Like it's free. I hate to like word it that way, but I mean, you obviously have to do the work. You have to become Emerald. You have to stay Emerald. You have to stay active. If you fall out of active, you will lose any volume that you did accrue. But it's like free money that just got sent to you because the team is working together to grow. So I'm just going to put it out there, like maybe shoot for Emerald if you're not, or shoot for double Emerald or triple Emerald, or diamond, and, go for that. Okay. So I don't know if anybody has questions. I don't know if anybody would like to unmute themselves and, talk about strategies, tips, that sort of thing. But now's your time.
I'll just say that I made a post last night, and you can check my feed and see kind of what it was, and it received a lot of response on Facebook, not so much Instagram. That's not really my world yet, but it was a little bit overwhelming to me, and I don't like to have that many different messenger conversations going on and whatnot. So what I did was I created an email with everything that I kind of wanted to detail out and I was excited about and what I wanted everyone to know about the program. And then I sent individual emails with little blurbs above it that was hey, this information below was what I just sent out to everybody, but for you. And then I included whatever made it personal to them, or if it's someone who has already been with me, I was the container system, some of this will feel familiar to you, but, and then I kind of detailed out why it's, different or whatever. So all of the information that I want everyone to see is in that same email. I'm copying and pasting. And then the initial couple sentences are, explaining to them or, what they need to know specifically. So just that's how I'm choosing to operate. And I don't ever do anything out of my email. But for me, this was just too much information to try to have into Messenger with that many different people going on at one time. So that's just something that I'm doing different this go around.
I'm glad you said that, because I actually did the same exact thing, and I took it all to email, and anybody who requested information, I sent it that way. And I saved what I was did the same exact thing. And it was so much easier. So I would take the 5 minutes and type something up, pull information. I think most of you probably got the email from me, because I sent it to my entire customer base list. And if you didn't, and you didn't see the PDF, I can put it in the team page. I thought I did put it in the team page. I don't know.
You did.
Okay. So that was a post you did on Facebook, Kyla, or Instagram?
I mean, I did it on both, but I just have more engagement with commenting in my existing customer base and stuff like that right now on Facebook. So it really I just received a lot more people than I thought would, but I don't really talk about nutrition all that much. I'm more a fitness-based person, and people know that about me, and they see me drink wine and live my life and whatnot. And they know that I eat healthy. It's a small piece of what I do, but so I wasn't really sure what to expect when I kind of put that out there in that way. But it's also so much what other people struggle with, and maybe it's where they don't relate, people that don't relate to me, and seeing what I do, working out every morning early in the morning, ugh, I could never do that. But when I talk about breaking down simple healthy eating, that sparked something in some people that were oh, that maybe I could do. I can eat. I can't work out, but I can eat. So yeah, I just went ahead and kind of put it out there last night and received a lot of good response. And I've been emailing people this evening.
Okay, perfect. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So something that I've tried this time that I like, I'm with Kyla. I'm going to email, but I'm bringing people to my email. And I know that we've all used Google Forms before, but I'm trying a Jot form because I like the look of it better aesthetically. But I like that I can pretty much, I have questions I ask everyone in a one-on-one conversation anyway before I shoot out what I think is best for them. So I'm putting it in this form already. And whenever anyone is interested, that's what they're filling out. So we don't have to go back and forth with my questions. They're already answering them. And then I can shoot out the mass email that Kyla was talking about. I did send out an email, an introductory one with the form to my existing customer base, so they know about it. And I'm also using it now as a link on my Instagram and in posts and things.
Oh yeah, that's a good thing. If you have a link tree in your Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should do that.
Mm-hmm. And also, I don't know how many other people have something like this, but my team has kind of an ongoing, larger fitness group that people kind of collect into. And ours for 2019 has like all of our new people, like after they finish Transform 20, they kind of roll. It's just kind of like an ongoing group for people outside of our program specific groups. And we posted some information in there this morning about it. And we're hosting a Zoom call on Sunday for those people to get on. So we have the opportunity to like explain and talk to them, because these are all of our existing customers that have one, if not two, sets of portion container in their cabinet. They've already done 21 Day Fix. You know, these are our people that they're our loyal customers and they love everything that we do, but they're going to need us to explain to them why they need to buy the same thing they already own. So we're hosting a Zoom call on Sunday evening for them to get on, and we'll record it and upload it into that group that has, you know, upwards of 175 people or, you know, something like that in there, just to try to have the opportunity to explain to them how great this is and why, you know, they could really still benefit from this, you know, even though they're already familiar.
So you posted that you were going to be doing the Zoom call, and that's what the post was about, getting on the Zoom call.
Yes, it was a little bit about, we had already kind of like sneak peeked when I went to NLC.
Oh, okay.
I posted a little something about, it was like just a picture of me and then a picture of Autumn, or me and Autumn. And I was like, oh, worked out, you know, chilling with Autumn this weekend, whatever. It was a picture of me and her and me at the workout, live workout, and just kind of like sneak released that 21 Day Fix was going to be re-releasing. And a lot of people were super interested in that. So then the post this morning was kind of re-referencing that and the nutrition, and, you know, we'd really love to, you know, tell you guys more about, it was a little bit of both. It was an invitation to the Zoom call with also some information.
Would you mind sharing it with me?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's something I struggle with, like getting my current people to like continue to do something else.
Yeah.
So, and I've been feeding them like, you know, obviously like my posts have been more nutrition based and things like that. But I don't want to just do and then this is why I'm telling you this. So,
right.
So if it was received well, then thank you.
It was.
Okay. Good.
Yeah. I'll send it to you.
The other, what was I thinking too? Okay. So who already dived into the videos if you got the certification? Carrie, Kyla. Okay, cool. And then someone whose hand, Heather. Okay. I was like, who's that? Okay, so that's underway. Do any of the girls who have not gone that route yet have questions at all? I guess I just want to know like what we can tell you or what we can offer you of advice about this, since that's what it's about. Or do you have like a burning question that hasn't been answered? Or I don't know why I just like slurred. Okay.
I'm sorry, I totally missed your question. What did you just?
I just said, you know,
I'm sorry.
No, I just said like, you know, I'm looking at all the faces on here
Okay.
and I'm thinking like, you know, who's already obviously committed to the certification, and those who haven't or haven't even decided to get the home program, like, is there anything I can answer to help you decide? That was all.
Listen, I'm like selfish enough that I don't want anyone else to get the certification because it's so much goodness that I want to keep it for myself. Like, oh my gosh. I love it. I love it.
It is really good. I'm gonna make Brian listen to it in the car with me on the way.
Oh, I've already made Ben listen to some of them and he's like, Autumn's making me feel bad. I was like, good.
That's funny. So wait, how do you pull up like I know in the BOD app on your phone, you can pull up the home program, but how do you pull up the certification videos in the BOD?
They're there.
Oh, they are?
They're their own separate icon. It's not in the same thing. It's like another little series that you'll see.
Oh.
Yeah, you just keep scrolling down. It's like there's something in between the two of them, I think.
The master's thing, but I don't think that starts until whenever she starts her stuff.
Oh, I see it. Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
so you can just toggle. It's kind of annoying to toggle, but it's worth it. But you also made me think of when you're talking about our challengers who have been doing this for a while and know and love the fix and know the containers. I also have girls that because they've been doing it for a while, they're in a rut with their nutrition, and they're eating the same stupid things that they've been eating for 3 years. And Autumn talks about in the program, like, not to give anything away, but she talks about mixing it up and eating different things. And I think just like little pieces of information like that seems so simple really will help people that have even been doing the containers for 3 years, because, you know, I eat chicken and carrots and whatever every day for lunch for 3 years, and I'm not seeing any results anymore. You know what I mean?
That's a good point too. Yeah. And so it made me think of something. So I obviously did the 2B mindset when it came out in May. And while I found that the actual plate it method was not for me, because I need to be told like exacts, because I like to eat a lot. The whole mindset piece to hers and the knowledge that program came with about, you know, drinking water first and looking at the labels and like learning about the fiber versus the carbohydrates and, you know, mindset things like dinner and done and have other fun. Like a lot of that helped me. So I think a good thing here is like, you know, maybe you'll get Ultimate Portion Fix and maybe people will do it and they'll be like, yeah, well, you know, I've heard that before, but didn't like really think of this like that. And that can help them carry on. Like while I still need the strictness of the containers, all of that mindset stuff from 2B has like really significantly helped me in the last like 6 to 8 months. I don't really know where I was going with that, except that I think there's different sorts of value for all people in it.
Well, and I think what you're saying is like, I think as a coach, putting myself through both programs and actually trying both programs, whether or not it works for me, I figured that out. But I can now recognize when someone is a 2B person, right, because I've done it. And I can now recognize when someone is a fixed person because I've done it. And I think it just makes you better at recommending what is going to make someone successful. Whether or not it's what makes you successful, you're going to figure out. But our job is to help other people see results.
Correct.
Bam. And I'm done with my thoughts for the day.
We just did that at the same time. Oh, funny. All right. Well, if there's no questions, we will get our, you know, little booties to bed, because I know a lot of us here like to get in bed early. But yeah, you know, I'm going to put this in the team page. If you have a question tomorrow or somebody in your downline does, post it. If you have a customer with a question, post it in the team page. I think everybody can benefit from a little thread in the team page rather than all of the people working behind the scenes over all the same kind of stuff. And, you know, just remember what I said in the beginning. This is not UPF related, but remember what I said in the beginning, that, you know, if you want your business to move forward, you have to be the person that moves the needle forward. So we can't count on other people to do that for us. And, you know, whether you've been here as a coach for, you know, 2 months or 4 years, you've got to put in the work, you've got to show up, and you've got to stay consistent. And ultimately that means you're consistent on your journey. So as long as you can lead a healthy, balanced lifestyle, all you have to do is tell people about that, and like that moves your needle forward. That gets you there. And then, you know, not focusing so much on the what's not happening versus the what is happening. I get caught in that cycle a lot as well. Like I told you the story in the beginning, and, you know, I look at it like, God, March and Success Club Zero, that big goose egg in the back office. Well, then I was like, but what about the 7 people that I helped in February? Like, I got to still be thankful that they invested in themselves, invested in me, and I got to make sure that they're getting results. And so that brought me more joy than sitting here saying, shoot, Success Club Zero. Like, that's stupid. So change your narrative, change your dialogue, understand you're the only person that's going to move your needle in your business forward, in your health forward, in your lifestyle forward, and just be you about it. Don't try to help the masses. Help the people that want to be helped by you. And that's it. And thanks everybody for getting on the call. We'll stop the recording and have a great night.